Okay, my friends. Okay, those of you who are locked on, those of you who are on the media, Sentinel Media Broadcasting is live. Just giving you an opportunity for those of you who may be at home and you just like a few minutes or some short period of time whereby you can calibrate your phone, whether you want to see us on YouTube, whether you want to see us on TikTok or on Facebook. You have that privilege, you have that honor to be with us on this beautiful program, Hardfacts. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, and my co-host is Mr. Premchand Baldeo. And we are here, my friends, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays from 1 p.m., highlighting the relevant issues that is making the headwaves in our country, Trinidad and Tobago, and even so much so around the world. My friends, again, those of you who are locked on, I would just request kindly that we would like you all to share this video. Make this video viral, because there are many things. There are many things that needs to be said. And some of you, I'm telling you this, some of you, you have the information that we need at this present time. So we're giving you the opportunity to call us at 740-3347. That is the number that you can reach myself and my friend Premchand Baldeo as we host our today's show on this beautiful media, Sentinel Media Broadcasting. I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you and say a special good afternoon. Prem?
Yeah. Thank you, Imam. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, good afternoon to beautiful people of Trinidad and Tobago. I would like to extend a very loving, warm, kind and cordial welcome to all our viewers, Imam, to this wonderful program, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, and you are viewing Hardfacts. It is an honor to be sitting next to the Reverend and illustrious Imam. I have been sitting with Imam for the past 30, 40 years, so Imam,
yes.
Right? He has been a mentor to me, a good guide, in his mantra is Prem, serve the people.
Correct.
Serve the people, and this is what Imam has been doing. Many a times I would come and spend time with him in his establishment here, and I would see people come in here and Imam would just take out money from his pocket and give it to them, trust them material in thousands of dollars, and he would not even take a record. Imam, do these people come back and pay?
Well, right now, Prem, with certain reservation, a lot of people who have taken items from my establishment, I have reached a point at this point in time. Many of you would realize long ago, when a person would visit a medical person, a doctor or a community physician, and they don't have any money, they would go with maybe a bunch of figs, or they would go some fruits, or they would go with maybe something,
some token
of appreciation as a means of gratitude and
yes.
thankfulness to the individual. Now, I have reached to that point in my establishment where I have tried, highlighting to many of those people that come in and make some arrangement to pay.
Yeah.
That didn't work. And my heart is so soft that I am not going to identify the name of those people, but I'll tell you something. People have already marginalized in the sense that when I say the fishermen, right, I reach to the point of fishermen who are owing me, please pay with fish and shrimp. That's it. No, that's real. I send messages. I have messages on my phone.
So they don't need to pay in cash if you don't
have
cash?
No, I say if you don't have cash, because listen carefully. Sometimes I would send people to their establishment.
Yes.
And I would purchase, like for example, shrimp is £3.400.
Yes.
Sometimes you buy a fish and the fish will be about 200, 150. So I have made that arrangement in the sense that, and very few have taken up the offer. So it means to me that now I have reached to that point that there is no leeway again but to identify those persons who are owing, and that is because you brought it up.
I know, Imam.
That is because you brought it up. I wouldn't really reach that distance in the show. But since you brought it up, those people, those persons who are owing the establishment, please try your very best to come and make some arrangement. And that's it.
Yes.
Make some arrangement. If you feel that you cannot pay, come to me and say, okay, Imam, I cannot pay. But don't allow me to see you drinking by the rum shop and spending your money in that type of ways, and then you are telling me you don't have any money. Please, when you see me passing, if I give you that blight and you see me passing, yes, please hide. Because I would stop and I will ask you for my money in front of John Public, okay?
And that will be very embarrassing.
So let us don't go that road today, Prem.
So Imam is not running a Salvation Army here. He has a business, and business needs capital. Business has expenses and meager profits, Imam.
And you would realize a while ago what happened. I was explaining to you some of the private chit-chats.
Yeah, but that's why I brought this up.
Yeah, how far I had to go just to make sure that the people who I took material from were in that condition whereby they saw me and they understood my position, and that is the depth of it. So I don't want to really go down in the business nitty-gritties here today. So, but my friends, again, we have a lot of really and truly hard facts to establish. Number one, when it comes to politics, we're going to talk about that, and you have an opportunity, because I tell you all, from the last session that we had, that is our Saturday session, I told you all that the People National Movement have already identified all their candidates, and the candidates are already on the ground.
On the campaign trail.
So much so that one candidate came to me, and the candidate said, I know that you have office space for rent. Office space for rent.
Yes.
And the individual was asking me if I could rent her a place where she could be able to set up her office for her campaign and so forth. I told her that I would have to think about it. I would have to think about it a bit. But I would prefer at this point in time, I would prefer that, people, those persons who have maybe an office space and you would like to rent that individual, that is a PNM candidate for the area, maybe you can contact the show and maybe we can give you the number. But at this point in time, that is a very, very challenging thing for me, especially when we are living in an area where people would not really and truly understand and be able to separate business from pleasure. They can't do that. So it is better that, I remain maybe at that mile margin whereby, the risk of people brandishing and branding Imam Rashid Karim would be maybe at a minimal, okay? But again, this program Hard Facts, and I'm letting you all know this once more. This program Hard Facts, anybody and everybody is welcome. Whether you are UNC, whether you are PNM, whether you are PEP, whether you are whatever, United Farmers Association, whatever political entity that you are in and you would like to be part and parcel of highlighting relevant issues. Because I tell you all something, in the last 56 days, for those of you who are looking at us, I want to say hats off and thank you very, very much, because our statistics have risen from really and truly from minimal to very, very extravagant figures. Because here it is today, this station can say that 2.3 million persons have viewed Sentinel Media. 2.3, let me reiterate that figure for you. 2.3 million persons have viewed our programs via Sentinel Media. And that is not a make-up figure. Those figures that you are seeing there, it is not no make-up figures. So when you look at the increase, the growth increase, you're going to realize that it is in percentage of maybe 203,000% from when we initiated this station. So my friends, again, you have that opportunity to call us, to set up an appointment where you can sit in studio. If you want to sit by yourself, the management could arrange that. If you want to be part of Hard Facts and have discussion with us pertaining to relevant issues, what it is that you are planning to do when you have embarked on this journey of assigning different candidates to different burgesses and so forth. There must be certain mandates that you want to implement. Please share it with us, okay? Prem?
Yes, Imam, Hard Facts is Hard Facts, right? Director, there's a clip there. Can you show it with the backhoe? In this program, we highlight the ills of society, and we also highlight when things are being done to correct these ills. So we have a clip there. Can we have it?
Okay. While we waited on the producer to get that clip, to look for the clip, because I tell you something. For this past week, we have a lot of increase on people's messaging, people sending photos. Some was irrelevant, and some were relevant. Okay. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call us. The number is 740-3347. That is a number that you can get us. You can have chat with us. You can have dialogue with us. And you can tell us, what it is that you are doing, whether it is to elevate your community, whether it is to bring some sort of relief to citizens of this country. You have a platform. So we ask you, this is your community platform where you can stand, you can come here, and you can identify, my friends. Now I want to tell you all something. There's a lot of videos that is going to be shown. There's a lot of photos that is going to be shown. And election is coming up very, very soon, Prem.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when that election comes, I do hope and pray that those of you who are going to vote in your different areas and your different burgesses, I do hope and pray that you are going to identify, because now is the only time, and I'm saying this to you from experience that I had in the past, that I have had in the past, where you are going to see counselors and you're going to see agents of the counselors coming to you, and they will be soliciting your votes, and they will be using different tactics by saying that the other candidate didn't work and the other candidate did this. Once they come around telling you that, I think you should just block your ear and walk away, because this is not the time for that. If you as an individual, it is going up, you are going up to represent your Burgess, come out and say what it is you're going to do, and secondly, how are you going to do it? Producer again?
And in what time frame?
Yeah, say it.
Yes.
Now is the time to do it.
Now is the time.
Don't just come and walk on a Saturday evening. You know something? I'll tell you something. Some of these fellas feel they're smart, and some of these people feel they're smart. They just normally choose a day, like Saturday, right? Saturdays are very, very busy day. And they will challenge a certain walk to be on a Saturday, right? Because if they normally challenge that walk on a Sunday, you'll really see the crowd of people who really following them. Maybe 2 cars, 3 cars,
Yes,
that's it.
yes.
But they will wait until Saturday, when there's, you know, a lot of people going to do their market and they're...
A heavy outdoor flow of people.
Exactly.
Yes.
And they are going to manipulate it now and make you feel that, hey, we have a big rally, we have this big thing, to confuse the Burgesses, thinking that all these people here, and 90 or 85% are very disgruntled with the service that you offered in the last 10 years. Right? So my friends, again, 740-3347. Director, you got a photo?
Yes, Imam, this is by the highway west of John Peter Road. Okay, if you look carefully, the backhoe has dug the drain here and is putting the material on a truck to be disposed,
right,
properly disposed.
Yeah.
These are things we don't see often in Shoguners West, under the Shoguners Borough. Here it is being done. We would like to highlight that. Whoever is the contractor, we want to say thank you, sir, for a job well done.
Right, so this is the important aspect of our program here. We are here to identify, sorry we didn't narrow down and get the name of that the contractor themselves, so that we could be able to highlight them.
Yes.
Now I'll tell you something, right? Those of you who are locked on, our housewives, our parents, our fathers, our mothers, our sons, our daughters, and anybody who are at home right now, and you have a problem, you have a situation that you want discussed on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago, and people are going to listen to you, because I tell you all something. I, Rashid Karim, I am in maybe about 10 or 15 chat groups. And those chat groups, if people feel that they're pretending not to acknowledge it, I know for a fact that you have seen it. And you know exactly what is taking place on this program, Hardfacts, that is aired on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. So you can bury your head in sand how much you want and pretend that you don't know what is going on. We know for a fact that politicians are watching us keenly. Lawyers are watching us to make sure that we do not implicate people or we do not cause any tarnished characters. They are looking at us. We know for a fact that community leaders are looking at us. Housewives, foreigners, local community people, they are looking at us, my friends. So again, those of you who are locked on, feel free. You have a situation. You know, one guy was talking about the Siparia Health Facility. The Siparia Health Facility. And that's a video we're going to pull up in a short while from now. And where he was highlighting that, you know, one individual, one child, approximately 2 years or 2.5 years of age, she got cut, right? And she was waiting and lying in a bench there for a very long duration. And the reason for that is because there was no staff. The staff to change shift didn't come, and they were calling and trying to negotiate people to come. My friends, those of you who are locked on, that
is very disturbing.
That is disturbing.
Imam, imagine that was your child.
And that is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
All right, that is unacceptable. And we are going to take that further, because you know Sharda, we didn't forget Sharda.
Yes, yes.
Sharda case still pending, Sharda case still going on, and we are waiting the outcome of that case. I know for a fact that a team of lawyers headed by a certain individual, a certain MP, and they are taking up that issue. But again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, 740-3347 is the number that you can call us. Call us, tell us what is going on. Don't wait till after the show and say you were trying. And director, the lines are working, right? Up and functioning. All right, we have another video there. Go ahead.
Okay, Imam, this is the river at Ashraf Road, Charleville. Okay. Last week we showed a video where the backer was cleaning. If you look carefully, you see where the material, the bank is about 30 feet away from the river itself.
Right.
Well packed.
Yeah.
Well packed. And that dirt will not come back in the river again.
Okay.
So that again is a job well done. When the rain comes, that dirt is going to stay right there. It's very, very far from the edge of the river.
And that was highlighted last week. That was highlighted last week.
So again, Imam, I don't know who the contractor was, right? But whoever is the contractor, if it is the Ministry of Works and Drainage, hats off to you guys. Thank you very much for a job well done.
Okay, so again, my friends, you are watching, you are looking at Sentinel Media Broadcasting. Our program, Hardfacts, is here to identify whatever situations that is taking place in your different communities. You can highlight, you can call us, you can have words of discussion with us so that we can be able to really and truly highlight your plight. Okay? And that is something that we are here for. We are here to deal with crime. We are here to deal with infrastructure. And when we talk about infrastructure, we are talking about, you name it. You talk about street lighting, you talk about pets crossing the road, you name it, We are here to identify. Sometimes to you, it might be a small thing. But again, my friends, for many persons outside there, that would have been something that was bothering them for the longest while. And somebody had the audacity, somebody had the strength to come out here and call and mention it. Now, I want to talk about that pothole. My favorite topic is pothole. And I'll tell you something, the pothole is located in the area of Petersfield. And that runs under the Mayor of Shawarnas, and that is his Burgess. Now, this year is in front of the Savannah. This is in front of the Petersfield Savannah, and that is only one of it. Now, I'll tell you something. If you look, producer, you could just shift that photo a little bit so they could see the road itself. No, if you could, maybe a little bit low, right, and send it up a little bit more, right. Now, for those of you who are looking at this, send it back, right, leave it there. So, those of you who are looking, you see that smooth piece before the pot road, Prim?
Yes.
The smooth piece is the road. That is the main Petersfield main road. Now, people are driving because if you look a little bit to the left, you're going to see the white line. There's a piece of white line showing there. That clearly indicates that that pothole is on the road. Now, a man driving, and he's coming up to that pothole. He don't want his nice rim. He don't want his car to get dirty or anything, any parts, ends or whatever to break. So what he's going to do, he's going to pull. And when he pull, he's going to go in the main thoroughfare of the vehicle that is coming down and heading to Shawarnas. So that is a tragedy waiting to happen. Yeah. We are identifying this thing not to bring down anybody, but we are saying that election is coming. And don't tell me, and don't ever tell me that that area is PNM area, because I know how people talk. I was there, been there, done that. Because everybody knows exactly where the stronghold, where the big catchment of voters is, and who is voting for who in different PDs. Right? That is something people know. This is something that is unacceptable. Right? You see how long that garbage remained there? Now, that by itself, between me and you, the borough of Shawarnas could have stopped in front of that home, identify who garbage is that. And they would have to pay somebody to remove that. Unless, because that garbage there, for that garbage to dry up like that, it would have been maybe about a month and a half old. Yes. Now what we are seeing, there is trucks that pick up excess garbage. Not the regular Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays garbage truck. There are garbage trucks that move around Tuesdays, maybe Thursdays and Saturdays. But again, as I mentioned to many of those councillors in the area, you're going to realize that those trucks, right, Prim? Yeah. We had to be real and we had to be honest. Those trucks is not really and truly equipped
for heavy garbage. For
those kind of heavy garbage, because what is going to happen? Two loaders is going to take that maybe with their hands and throw it up in that truck, and those side pieces on those trucks are very high. So that is bulwark. When I say bulwark, that is really and truly tedious work.
It is against the OSHA Act also.
Exactly. So that system there needs the borough intervention where they will come with the backhoe and they will grab it up and take it and throw it away. But again, how can they come? How can they come when the tire for the backhoe is lean up? The tire for the backhoe is lean up on the machine, waiting to get a tire so that that machine could be working. Somebody call me and tell me Imam Rashid Karim is not, he's speaking out of timing and he doesn't know what he's saying. You come and tell me just now it's serious rainy season. Why it is that the skid star, that small mini excavator, is missing just the skid? Why? And then I hear from the grapevine, that monies will be sent back. I only waiting for that to happen. I only waiting for monies to be sent back to the central government. And you know what? If that should happen, the government of the day should decrease that money by whatever was sent back. Because it clearly indicates that they don't need the money.
Imam, what kind of management and supervision do we have in the Shogwana's Borough Corporation?
Shogwana's Borough...
A tire lean up, fix the tire.
But if you tell them that, you tell them...
Fix the tire.
There's a rocket scientist, you have to go to UE.
These are incompetent people placed in crucial positions.
Square peg in wrong hole. That's saying the correct thing. Square peg in wrong hole. They have to listen to people. We are not here to bash you. But when we are seeing things happening and we talk to you peacefully and calm, and we call you, you are not taking phone calls. I want to ask you all today, those of you who are locked on, call your MP now, call your councillor now. Call them now and see if they will answer you. Maybe they will answer you now because election bell has rung. But other than that, you can't get them. You, Prem, you brought it up to my attention where you said that if somebody needs something to be done, you have to email it.
Yes.
What about the people who do not have email? What about the elderly in our community? When you want vote, you're going to dig them out. You're going to carry wheelchairs. You're going to put them in a wheelchair and you're going to carry them in the polling station. You're going to carry them to vote, my friends. And when these very said people need a little assistance, you are nowhere to be found.
You have to email?
You have to email. Where they can email? My friends, again, let's take a break. And when we come back, those of you who are locked on, please, 7403347. Call us. Identify what is happening. You have a voice here. This is a voice not in the wilderness. Because I'm telling you, MPs are looking on. Ministers are looking on.
The
business community are looking on. And people from around the world, they are looking on to these programs that we are hosting on Sentinel Media, especially Hardfacts. So let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into the meat of our discussion here today.
So thank you. Welcome back once more to Sentinel Media Broadcasting, and you are viewing the program Hardfacts live. With me is the CEO and Managing Director of this company, the Reverend Imam Rashid Karim, and I am your co-host, Premchan Baldeo. This program is geared to highlighting the challenges and problems that we face in our everyday society, in the business sector, in education sector, in the health sector, with the government also. High taxes, crime, health, road, drainage, traffic, flooding, high food prices, you name it. We are here to discuss it. We are here to highlight it. And we are here to bring some measure of relief to our people. Okay? Our views and engagements in this program has reached 2.5 2.4 million. So this program is growing at a very rapid pace. As Imam mentioned before the break, the business community, government ministers, opposition MPs and councillors and so many people, even in the medical field, people are viewing this program and they are texting Imam. My phone is filled with texts. Prem Chan this, Prem that, Prem the next. Calling the program, the number is 740-3347 to get on live. And we are live. Imam?
Okay, so again, those of you who are locked on, this is your program, Hardfacts. We are here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays starting 1 p.m. where you can identify, where you can discuss, where you can have some sort of mental relaxation, knowing for a fact that we, myself and Prem, we are behind the steering here, and we are steering not for any worldly gains. We are here to identify situations that can assist, that can elevate. And we are saying this, we are not here to attack the PNM, we are not here to attack the UNC, we are not here to attack any political entity. We are here to utilize our resources and be able to identify with some of those people, because again, if we do not do that, what is going to happen is the same old, same old. People might feel here, what, hey, I could just jump in, create a little situation, a little tidal wave, and after, one of the bigger parties, they will, include me in their whatever. And that's it. That's the law.
Other media houses are very, very biased. Either they are PNM or UNC. But Hardfacts, we are neutral here. We are neither for or against. We are here to support good governance.
And we are here asking people from both sides, and not only both sides of the divide. We are telling people from whatever entity, political entity that you are in. Right? You have a voice. You don't have to come in here and pay any exorbitant fees. But if you are to take one of those national stations, you have to have for 30 seconds ad. You have big money to put out. And we are doing this here for you. Why? Because we want proper governance in Trinidad and Tobago.
That's
right?
it.
We want proper governance. If you are taking up the mantle and the challenge of responsibility, we are asking that you do the right thing. That's all we are asking. If you need help, you need us to channel our resources, we are going to do it for you.
Imam,
we're going to help you.
Regardless to who is in government, we are lobbying for proper governance.
Exactly. All right.
No party governance.
So, my friends, Director, you have that tape with the health center in Siparia there? Okay, so that's a real sad situation, yeah?
Imam, let me just say something, okay? When I left home to come to the studio, I gave an old lady a drop from my village. So she said, Prem, where you going, son? I said, I'm going to the studio with Imam Rashid, where we highlight, problems in the country and whatnot. She said, beta means son, right?
Son, yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to say something for me. I said, what, Nani? Tell me what? She said, honestly, if I could get a raise a pension for me a bit. Because the $3,500 ain't reaching me. I had to buy medicine and thing. I had to pay the bills in the house. I'm trying to walk in, and he had grandchildren going to school and thing. When will these senior citizens, Prime Minister Rowley, when would the senior citizens of our country who have toiled and put in their efforts and labor, stake their pains to build a family and to work and build this country and pay their taxes, when would our senior citizens be seeing a raise in pension, Prime Minister? Honorable Prime Minister Rowley, I call upon you, sir, please listen to the cries of the elderly. They don't have much long again here. Let us make them happy. Not so, Imam?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So another thing, I mean, right now, I know for a fact that funds, the financial situation with the government of the day is maybe not on par with the expenditure, right? So what we are saying is there's something called tax exemption, right?
Yes.
Try to manipulate the system. Try to devise. You are so much economists. You have an economist just defect last week, right? A very brilliant guy. I am very close to him, and I know him. You understand? I listen to him speaking.
Make full use of him.
Make use of him.
Yes.
You have a defected economist from the United National Congress. He came to your party.
Imam, you're frightened to call him name?
No. I am very diplomatic because I don't want nobody to feel here what I am trying to discriminate. People, the John public know what I'm saying.
Yes, they know who he is.
They know exactly who we are speaking about. So make good use of him. Because I know for a fact that he's very brilliant. I heard other talk shows castigating him and trying to bring him down and make him look like, he is a man only looking to eat our food.
No,
but
no,
that
no.
is not so.
We have
I am here, I'm not going to defend nobody,
No.
but I tell you something.
Yes.
I'm telling you something. If my father form a party, okay? My father form a party, whether it's NJAC or whatever party you form, and I, Rashid Karim, feel that, hey, what, that party is it is not at this moment relevant, and I have seen relevancy in other things. Do you expect me to go back there? If my father drive a 120Y, right, and people have Toyota Prado, and people have Ranger, and people have all these things, you expect me, because my father drive a 120Y, I go and buy a 120Y? Be ridiculously smart, man. Try to understand what we're talking about. You trying to make an excuse. The brother leave, okay? The brother leave the party. He didn't leave the party just so. Nobody leaves a party just so. Always try to understand this. Nobody leaves a party just so. You fighting with a party for 15 and 20 years, right? And when you realize, you know something, Prim? Let me give you an example. I always like to talk with example, right? There are people like that. People like that. You know, is a tickly?
Yes.
You know, is a tickly?
A dragonfly.
A dragonfly.
Yeah.
The four windows open in a car, right? And the tickly will, the dragonfly will hit the windscreen, hit the windscreen, hit the windscreen until the dragonfly fall in the dashboard and die. And the four windows open. Why that is so? Why? You know why? Because people are only seeing the big screen. They are not seeing the small windows where they can come out and do good. You continuously, you know, you are doing things, yes. You are doing things and people are taking you for granted. How long are you going, my dear friends and my brothers and my sisters in this beautiful country of Trinidad and Tobago? How long are you going to allow people to manipulate the system and jump on your back and press you down and expect you to take it because I am an imam, or this one is a religious person, or this person is an educated person? It's about time people stand up for their rights. You bounce in your head, you striving, you're making effort, and you seeing your effort going down the drain. And you've seen people from behind the line coming in front of you, and they are going in parliament, and they are doing everything in parliament, and you are intelligent enough to sit in parliament, but they don't put you in parliament, and then you ask the question, why the man defect? Why the man defect? Ask him, call him and ask him. Don't try to manipulate the system and bring him down and make him look like, he's looking for money. Maybe. But what I'm saying to you, try to get the two sides of the story, my friends. I have been listening, and I'm so damn fed up. I am fed up with him. If a man want to leave a party, he's free to do that.
This is a democratic
because
country,
some of you outside there, some of you might be the one who born with the gold spoon. You might have the name, Petro Singh or whatever you have this name, right? And you get full privilege. The red carpet is thrown at your feet, and you are elevated. But I tell you something, if you name Karim in this country, you have to look for a political party, because every Karim that I know, Fazal Karim, Alan Karim, Rashid Karim, all the Karim was betrayed in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a word from our sponsor, because right now my pressure going right up.
Yes.
Alan Karim, Rashid Karim, and Fazal Karim was betrayed in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a break.
So welcome back again, viewers. You are viewing the program Hardfacts on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. With me is the very, very voice for us, bold, brave, and may I say vehement Imam Rashid Karim. I'm your co-host Premchand Balev. And Imam, I have to bring some paracetamol in the studio.
Yeah.
And some, oh God, I can't remember anything. Anyway, you know Imam, there is a Fazal Karim.
Yeah.
There's a Alan Karim. And there's a Rashid Karim. They all have one thing in common. Their title, Karim. What is wrong with the Karims in politics, in a particular party? Why are they being booted? Why are they being shunned? Why are they being silenced or thrown in the garbage? Why? What happened? Is because what is the reason behind all this?
No, well, that only came to my attention just recently. Just recently, a person called me and said, "Hey, what is this scene with all the boy?" I say, "What do you mean? Explain." He say, "You're a Karim. The next MP was a Karim. This is a Karim." It seems as though Karim is not a welcome name in a certain party.
Yes.
So, my friends, again, I'm not going to dwell too much on that, but is that coincidence? Maybe, I don't know. But again, time will tell. Time will tell, my friends. So those of you who are locked on here today, this is your program, Hard Facts. It is aired on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. The number to reach me in studio is 740-3347. That's the number you can reach me. And I tell you all something, the viewership, the views that is taking place is phenomenal, right? We are seeing, my friends, from 477,000 views in 28 days. We are seeing another 28 days, we are seeing 2.4 million views. And I tell you all something, my friends, you, the good people of Trinidad and Tobago, and as a matter of fact, the people of the world, you are seeing what we are trying to do. We are trying to bring that equilibrium. We are trying to bring that balance when it comes to justice, dissemination. We are talking about every single individual in this country have their rights. They have their responsibility. If you are a leader, you have a responsibility. You not only to lead, but you have a responsibility to understand those who follow you and try to adopt, try to go down. Don't keep yourself at this high pedestal. Many people who are leaders today, I tell you something, I just do forensic audit on human being. I will go, my friends, and I will sit down, and I will sit in a chair, and I will watch the attitude of certain people, right? They will come, and they will only greet certain people in a party. Because you know why? Because they feel that they have a different ilk. They feel that, they are from different material. They're from a different caste system. And you know something? They will come when everything is already prepared. When the lower caste, the lower system of people,
did
all the hard work, prepare everything. Yes. And you know something? They don't come there to congratulate. Many times they come there to what? To criticize. It could have done this way, and look at her do it like this, and look at her bring this. And this is what I have been seeing, my friends. I am fully accord with what takes place when it comes to politics in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. And I tell you something, I have never deviated. And I tell you something, people doesn't understand this, but you are pushed in a corner when you are making effort and sacrifice, and you are giving your life, your sweat, your blood for certain elements and certain parties in this country, and they are taking you for granted, Prem.
Then the time has come for individuals to revolt.
That's one of the reasons why, Obika, I am happy for you.
Yes, I am
happy for you, boss.
You go, brother. You go, Obika.
Do what you want to do, and if others want to go, feel free, because I tell you all something, I hear people talking, who want to go, and who want to come. Hey, this is irrelevant. You have to understand that the castle is crumbling. The foundation is crumbling. And why it is crumbling, start looking at your own individual selves. See why it is happening so. You having what? You having programs for what? Are you meeting and greeting with the people who are really activists in this country of Trinidad and Tobago? Are you doing that? And the answer is no.
Imam, there is a
big divide.
Yeah. There is a crisis, a leadership crisis in this country.
Exactly.
Right? people are not. Let's take the UNC for instance, okay?
Yeah.
The talk on the ground is Kamala must go. Kamala must go. Everyone knows that the MPs are sharing the same sentiment.
It's a set of hidden, silent. You know, we have people there in the party, right? They know for a fact. That they're not going to support her after this local government election. They know for a fact, and the word is on the ground floor.
Yes,
people are talking it. But you know what? They are feeling shame because, you know, they're balancing on the fence.
Yeah. They're scared too.
They're not even scared.
Yeah.
Not even so much scared, but they are balancing on the fence. And they want, you know what? They want to eat from both
sides.
Yeah.
We have a call.
Go ahead, caller. Caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the program Hardfacts.
Hello, good day.
Good day,
Good
my
day.
dear. Go ahead, we're hearing you.
Yeah. Well, me and my family, would like to say that the opposition leader
Yeah.
needs to step down.
Nothing new.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yes, she needs to step down because there is a lot of issues that need to be rectified.
Okay.
Yes.
For example, the roads are very bad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are out of jobs.
Yes.
Okay.
And she's a very weak leader.
Okay. Now, I want to beg to differ a bit. Huh? Now, the caller, thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Thank you. I just want to differ a little bit, right? Now,
Ivan, the caller is entitled to her opinion, eh?
exactly.
Right.
So, I am just saying that you are, in your point of view, you are very, very right to say what you are saying.
And you have spoken for many.
But I am saying something here. I am going to defend Kamala Prasad-Bisesa here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I tell you something. I have seen this, and if you all don't see that, now the call for her to resign or leave that position is okay. I can accept that because at this point in time, I have seen via the building behind me there, I have seen in Parliament what takes place, Prem. Many times, the political leader of the opposition would go there prepared to identify much of the anomalies, right? And again, those people who are in charge, especially the Speaker of the House and those other agencies, right? They are going to shut it down. They are going to shut down whatever she is saying. The point I'm making here is that we have reached that point of dialogue, communication. We need to be more vociferous. The MPs have to wake up. Stop going in Parliament and wasting time. You going in Parliament and talking for 45 minutes, and when you finish talk, all you're concerned with who knocking the table more, and who make enough raps, and who get enough claps.
Yeah.
That is what we're concerned with. When was the last time the MPs really and truly mobilized their flock? This is something that's supposed to be taking place every single month in every single constituency in Trinidad and Tobago, and brief people. If you miss one, it's okay, no problem. But at least every month, identify and have a general meeting, a consensus, where you're going to hand out forms, and people are going to tell you what is going on, and they are going to rate you. Rate you. Don't be ashamed. Ask your constituency, ask your burgesses to rate you, and you read it. Don't only read the 100%, yeah, good. Look at the man who said that you're no good. Look at the man who said that you're not represented properly, and build from that. Build from that, and that is where I have seen leaders have failed. They don't listen. They don't listen to the criticism of people. They only want to hear, yes, leader, yes, MP, yes, MP, you're doing good, MP. Everybody come in, MP. Yes, we got have 1,000 people. Yes, MP, we got have a successful meeting. And that's all we're concerned with, succession. When we have meeting, and we could be more glamorous in the front page, and how much news we're making, and how much TV we're making. That's all we're concerned with.
And how much TikTok videos you could post.
Exactly, how much people could view us. That's all we're concerned with. The only reason I bring in reviews for you all day and letting you, John Public, know that 2.4 million people have viewed this station had at least went into the station and look at what our contents are in our station, right? 2.4 million people went there. And that is something that we have to speak about it, because we want to give you the opportunity to come here, sit on this chair, come here and sit with us and identify the relevancy of your position as an MP, as a Prime Minister, as whatever whatever position that you hold. Come here, feel free, have dialogue, let people question you. Don't have contained questions. Yes, you know, people are like that. Let me tell you something. I begin the dance, brothers. Sisters outside, I begin the dance. You know what they will do? They will give 5 people 5 papers. You ask me this question, ask me this, ask me this.
The answer was already prepared.
Already prepared. Yeah? This is how press release is done in certain elements and certain walks of society. Let the John public question you. I have seen this happening even with our Prime Minister. Even with our Prime Minister. You, 2 things you must never fight, Mr. Prime Minister, Mr. Public Servant. Do not fight the police and do not fight the media. They could make you and they could break you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to summarize our program. Those of you who would like to call us, 740-3347. That is the number to reach us on Hard Facts on Sentinel Media Broadcasting.
So welcome back, friends, to Sentinel Media Broadcasting. You are viewing the program Hard Facts with Imam Rashid Karim. I'm your co-host Premchand Baldev, and we are here to discuss the issues, the present-day issues affecting our citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Imam, this program is geared to highlight the challenges, the problems that we face with the government, with the business sector, with all the different agencies, all the different ministries, and in our society at large. For example, crime, public infrastructure, health, road, traffic, drainage, flooding, high food prices, and the list goes on and on. Imam, I just want to say, in your last closing comment before I went into the break, you have hit them for 6 runs with a no ball, like 7 runs.
Okay.
So the umpire has to signal 7 runs.
Okay, so my friends, again, Prem is blowing some really heavy trumpet there. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, this is your voice. This is the voice of the people. This is the voice that you have been clamoring for, that you have been begging for, my friends. You have an opportunity to call 740-3347. Call us. Identify your problem. We're not going to charge you anything. We don't want any monies from you. We don't want any trophy or no medals. You come here, be real with us, be honest, and tell us what is taking place with you. How is your life going? I do sitting behind this chair, Prem, and every word you utter, I just remember it. When you give that lady, right? When you give that lady that old pensioner that dropped there a while ago, morning, right? And she asks you, you know something? That is a cry.
There's a cry.
That is a cry, because
I cringe, behind
because I tell you something, $3,500, right? When you look at all the taxes that's going to come out of that, right? Now they will say that CDAP medication is available.
You're not getting it.
Wait, brother man, let me be real.
It is inferior also.
They are saying, and all these MPs, all you wake up, please, on the day of judgment. There's a day coming for all you. I'm not wishing you all bad. All I am wishing you, yes, enjoy, drive a nice car, boss. I don't have a problem with that.
You're entitled to that,
live
brother.
in a nice house. Make sure that your children are happy.
See about your children, see about your people.
But my friend, and my friends collectively, You have to make sure that the people who put you there, the trust. There's a word in Arabic that is stated amanat. Amanat means a trust that you have taken. You have taken an oath to represent these people. You can't want $1 billion and you know for a fact that people can't. You remember I give you an example where the fella buy a piper loaf, a bread, and he put a cheese stick, and then he take up a cool, and he put it and he said that's his lunch. Now I didn't pick up that by guess. The man who owned that supermarket, the person who owned that supermarket brought that information to me. And that didn't happen yesterday. That happened over 30 years ago. Over 30 years ago, and that fresh in my mind that people in this country could live in that condition where they don't know where they're getting another meal from. And when you look at bullying, right? When you look at bullying, it stems from government representation. When you see people bullying people and all these things, they will want to blame the parents. You just blame the government first because the government not doing enough. They started a food program. You remember that?
Yes.
What has happened to that, Prem? Maybe we could investigate that.
Yeah.
What has happened to that?
As you're on that topic, right? If a parent, a father, is unable to provide, to put food on the table for his children, number one, his self-esteem has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? And that is because of bad governance in our country. Okay? Now, in nurturing young children, food is essential for a proper body growth and their minds, to develop them with education, to face the challenges of future life. We may not be there. Alright? What are these children going to do? Our country has reached a state where everything is at a zero, standstill. Right? All infrastructure, all ministries, no foreign investment. Tell me something, Imam. Children are coming out of school every year with degrees. Where are they? What are they going to do? Are we going to experience a brain drain?
I'll tell you something.
Are we going to experience a brain drain?
Yeah, I tell you something, Prem. I recently saw the Canadian government have released and relaxed the visa, the applications for visa and so forth. And that has been because
of a growth in their economy.
There's a need for labor, the labor force and so forth, and they have given Trinidad and Tobago that privilege to maybe send some of their skilled personnel to that country. I don't have a problem with that, okay? I don't have a problem with that. But the point that I'm making here today is that a lot of programs has to be initiated. Number one, Dr. Keith Rowley and all ministers in the present regime, in the present government, you have a treasure, you have a gold mine to tap into. And I tell you something, you all are not harnessing the power and the strength of God Almighty. You are not doing that. There's over 150 temples. There's approximately 150 masjids. There are over 400 to 500 churches in our country. Right? And let me tell you all something. Whenever they need a little fan, a simple thing like a fan, they have to go and do a fundraiser.
$350.
Yeah. When they had to get a fan or they had to get a microphone to administer their sermons and so forth, they had to run a barbecue and run this kind of fundraiser thing. Let me tell you all something. Be real, people. If you all understand, these men, the men of the cloth, they are the people who will channel proper moral values to our children. You spending $6 billion. Listen carefully. Listen carefully, all you outside there, all those MPs and all those college graduates and university degree holders. Sometimes I tell you something, the man who teach 95% of Central Trinidad maths, we send him for what? A 90-degree elbow, and he bring back 245 because that is his wisdom and knowledge. And he taught mathematics to 95% of Central Trinidad at a certain era. All we are saying, you are spending $6 and $7 billion when it comes to national security. Oh God, spend $1 billion when it comes to the religious places of worship, with the temples, the church, the mosque, and inculcate and indoctrinate within these people some type of curriculum where people, those private sector, could be able to prepare meals and administer it to their flock. This is how simple it is. Channel a couple million. You are going to spend 180 million. Me and vexing Dr. Keith Rowley, I'm not vexing with you. But what I'm saying, you all are going to spend $180 million to repair stadiums. Okay, no problem. But who is going to benefit from that? Is the population going to benefit from that? There are people in this country who live in deep in south, deep in the east, Grandy and these areas. They have never visited the stadium in Port of Spain. They have never visited that. There are people who I know, people from Icacas, when they come to Port of Spain, it's like a visa they need. Once in 6 months they come down. Who is going to be benefited from that?
And then these stadiums are highly underutilized.
Just recently, man.
Huh?
Just recently, the new telecommunication network wanted to come in Trinidad.
Yes.
They choose a supermarket. They choose a mall. When they could have chosen, this is the kind of education people have. People, they're more educated, more book sense, and no common sense. You have degree and it can't dictate to you, LA, this place will be too small.
You have the Hasty Crawford Stadium, Jean Pierre Complex, Brian Lara Stadium, Atto Bolden Stadium. That could have been utilized.
Yes, and what you could do, all you could do it too. You see the planes and Mamagai thing in Trinidad and Tobago, fully people and fully people. That's the mantra. Fool them, fool them, fool them. This 2-3 months, I tell you something, the amount of passion I see happening, I want to know if men taking out money from their pocket. Today I went down, I passing through and I watching and I say, hey, I find they really working. They put in some little mud thing and pitting and they put in some coal tar and they getting things done. Who are people stupid in this country?
Imam, politics has become a home for name, fame, honor and money.
People are not stupid anymore, and I am going outside here to tell people. Hear what I'm going to tell people. Huh? Me are going to criticize nobody. I'm not going to say don't vote PNM, UNC, NJAC, whoever. Don't vote them. No, I'm not going to say that. I am going to say this. Who is your member? Who is the councillor for the area? This councillor? Right. Did that councillor perform? Hey, Caroni Savannah Road, right?
Imam, we went there, we checked 27 potholes. Yes, you said 27, but I checked 26. Let me tell you why. 2 of the potholes has now joined.
Okay.
And become 1.
Okay, so.
All right. And thanks for the sumptuous meal.
Meal, correct. I remember that.
Yeah.
Now that roti had too much pepper, eh? Right. Let me explain something to you. Just in front, Jim's Muffler Shop on Caroni Savannah Road. And you know something? The EBC, right? The EBC has a big role to play with this. Just imagine one road, one street, the Caroni Savannah Road. On the right hand side is Mayor Faik. Yes. On the left hand side is Councillor Adrian.
Yes.
When you come down and you look at the cadastral, you're going to realize again in Greenwich Road, that's the street I've been lamenting for and I've been complaining for. And I tell you something, I'm sending out this SOS to anybody. If the government of the day repair Greenwich Road, the entrance to the Chinmaya Primary School, the Felicity Muslim Organization, I am going to work with anybody who fix that road and make sure that they get the vote for Greenwich Road people.
Well said.
I am going to work with them.
Yes.
I am going to work with those people. Anybody could fix that Greenwich Road for us. Right? And you could come in there and help us out because I tell you something, pedestrian cannot walk when rain fall. Right? That's number 1. Don't talk about vehicles. And my friends, again, this program, Hardfacts, is your program. 7403347. If you are living in Caroni, if you are living in Point, you are living in Carnage, you are living in Grandy, you are living in Toko, you are living in Moruga, wherever you are living, and you are challenged with the same problems that we are challenged with in Central Trinidad, you have the voice here on Sentinel Media Broadcasting and Hard Facts. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, my co-host Premchand Baldev, and we will take your leave in about 2 minutes time. So I just want to give Prem the opportunity to wrap up the program, and then we're going to close, my dear friends.
Imam, I just want to call on the people of Woodland and Barrackpore. The last 2 weeks when they undergo that heavy flooding, right? Have you all met with your MP concerning this? Have you all applied for a flood relief grant? Don't sit there. Get up, go to your MP office, let him work for you, okay? My friends, Hard Facts is here to stay, man.
Yes.
Hard Facts is a dynamic program. It is unedited, it is unbiased. We will be dealing with the facts as they come day by day by day. Imam, I have a friend. He has a son. That boy has a degree. And he's about 29 years of age and cannot find a job. Right? You know what level of frustration that boy is going through?
Exactly.
When his peers are working, probably marrying or driving a car and that sort of thing. People, this is real. This is real. Don't sit there and figure how we hang it swing. Okay? It don't work so. We have to get up, we need to do something, and that is what we are doing. Fear not, fear not, fear not.
Okay, so what we're going to do on Sentinel Media Broadcasting, as you know, as the thoughts, we ride the waves of our thoughts, and we see what is taking place. There we're going to set up, we're going to set up on our ticker tape there. We're going to set up people who need jobs.
Yes.
We're going to put your name, and we're going to put a phone number where people can contact you. Whether you are looking for maybe a domestic work, whether you are looking for whatever type of job that you are seeking, we're going to run it there for you. And business community, you can take those numbers and shoot a call to the people outside there and try to assist them as best as possible. All right? So my friends, again, we want to thank you all very, very much. Hats off to our caller. We had 1 or 2 callers. No problem. Again, there will be a time, I tell you this, I'm going to predict this to you. There's going to be a time that we're going to restrict callers simply because there are going to be too much calls. Right? At this point in time, we are seeking you, those persons who have problems in your community, WhatsApp message, right? Put some information on maybe a small tape, voice message, voice note, and send it to us. And we are going to take it up for you. We're going to take that mantle up, and we're going to make sure and highlight your issue. And as I said before, my friends, this is your program. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, my co-host, Premchand Balde. We are here only to moderate with you and let you all know that hey, you have a voice. So those of you who are locked on, especially hats off to our Prime Minister, hats off to our opposition leader.
And our MP, Mr. Rambali, is in England.
Yes, and all those persons who have been watching, and those of you who will be taking a chuck later on and say, I wonder what Imam said today, or I wonder what Prem said today, go ahead and check it, because I'll tell you something, we are not going to be prejudiced against anyone. You are saying that Obika left because of what? We are saying no. I beg to differ. Right? I beg to differ, because sometimes you remain in a position and there is no room for elevation. It's only suppression and depression for you and your family. So if you get an opportunity to move ahead, at least one family will be saved.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead, my brother.
Yes.
And anybody else want to go? If you feel that a party is not, it is not alluring enough for you, it is not, really and truly satisfying your palate when it comes to service to humanity, look for a different platform. You have a platform with Hardfacts. Come on board with us, come and sit with us, come and take your own program and do a program that can identify the challenges again that we are plagued with on a daily basis. Imam Rashid Karim signing off until Wednesday, until Saturday, until Saturday, may God Almighty bless us, bless our leaders, bless our country, protect each and every one of us and keep us safe. God bless our beautiful country. Bless our nation.